Hey, what is going on, everybody? I'm sorry, I was just sitting there getting my makeup off because I'm so called a clown by some people. But hey, listen, you know what? Welcome to the circus. I'm your ring leader tonight. My name is Paul Spencer, and of course, I'm with my sidekick here, the junior clown, Mister Showstopper himself, Dave Yarnell. Davey, what's going on, brother?
What's up, Big Paul? How are you, baby?
I'm feeling good, man. I feel like I'm in a circus today. You know, hell, I've been called a clown lately. So hey, why not? Let's bring the circus to the show here. Welcome to the 215 Boys Circus, baby.
Dun, 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 dun.
Thank you, thank you. There we go. That's why we're a great team, Dave. You know, hey, listen, I'm Bozo the Clown, and I don't know what they're going to call you, but hey, it is what it is. But guys, welcome to the 215 Boys Show here. It's been a while since we've been on, Dave. You know, talking about the Cowboys. It's training camp is 1 week away, Dave.
Isn't it unbelievable how it's time flies? Time flies before you know it. We're going to be on the.
Oh, see, this is the circus today, guys.
This is the circus today.
Circus. Welcome to the circus where phones dropping, laptops are dying. Man, Dave, we are welcome to the circus. Bro.
What just happened there? But hello, I'm back.
There we go.
Yeah, it's amazing how this time is flying by, and by the time you know it, September will be here. We'll be on the field, ready to play.
You know what, David? It's funny. Like last year, we talked about it, and there was ups and downs last year, of course, going into the season, throughout the season to the very end. You know, we made the playoffs, of course, but you know things didn't pan out the way we wanted to do it. But just like you said, it went so fast, man. It really did. Now we're in training camp 1 week away in Oxford, California, coming up. The rookies, the veterans are reporting now. I mean, we'll talk about some holdouts coming in a couple topics away from here. But Dave, I mean, wow, the training camp 1 week away, but.
And you know, it's funny. Man. It's so funny how things were quiet on the Cowboy home front. Haven't heard a thing in like a few months. Yeah. And all of a sudden today, heard something interesting today that I was not happy with.
You know what, Dave? We'll get into that. But yeah, it's kind of weird. Like I seen it. I ordered a game online today. Madden 24 coming out. I pre-registered it. You know, a guy called me, hey, picking it up today. And then I go on Twitter and I see one of my favorite players has something to do with the Madden rating. And there was little info about him in training camp. So we'll talk about that a little later. I think we're on the same page.
Yeah, absolutely we are. I was just like I said, it's been like, oh my God. It's been like, it's just been quiet on the Cowboy front. I mean, haven't much heard on anybody. I mean, little things here and there, but nothing,
Yep. Well, let's see. Let me have a couple comments there before we go into tape.
Here we go.
Joe Sullivan says, yo, brothers, you guys aren't clowns, but your team is. Maybe. Just joking. Hey, Joe, thank you for tuning in. Listen, you can check out Joe. Man, he's one of your partners, isn't he, Dave?
Yeah, on the extra innings on Tuesday nights at 8:30. Check us out. We're talking the American League Central, his favorite division.
Yes, and also you can check him out on an old school show. That'll be to be announced coming up. The next show, Joe, Dave, I think you're going to be part of the circus as well, correct?
I think I am. Yeah, I heard. Yeah. Yes. Yeah, the 93 Phillies. They just got done talking about the 86 Mets, if I'm not mistaken.
Insane show, man.
Their first show was at 86 Mets. I think the next show is the 93 Phillies. Mm-hmm. Very special team back in the day.
It was definitely. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's great to hear people on our network talk about a team that they really didn't follow, but they knew so much about, because that's what we do here. The circus, is not just a one city circus. Hell, we go all ring out of the box, goes everywhere. We are like Ringling Brothers Bailey Circus, whatever the hell it was called.
That team was special. I mean, from 1992 went from worst to first in the year. It was pretty impressive.
Very true. Yeah. And also you can check out Joe every Monday on the Sully Squad with Diego, Sean, Fuji.
Yeah.
It's a great show as well. I mean, we bring it here. They bring the knowledge all the time. Great guests. So check them out Monday at 6 p.m.
Yeah, they just had Mark Forzetta on Monday night. It was a really good show. I watched it. Yeah, very good. Yeah.
Dave, you know what? Since Joe mentioned it here, let's just talk about it. Eminem is about to drop another Circus in Town song. Zach Martin, what's up with him? Let's talk about it, Dave. Let's talk about it.
Let's might as well, since we're on the subject.
Let's get it out of there.
He signed a 6-year deal in 2018, if I'm not mistaken. Mm-hmm. And now he's
$72 million. That was $72 million.
It was something in that area. Mm-hmm. Now he's not happy with the circumstances now, and he just wants to get paid one more time.
Dave,
I don't blame him.
I agree.
I don't blame him one bit. He is one of the best offensive linemen in the game.
All universe.
In the universe, and he deserves what he gets, and I'm sure the Cowboys will not they will whatever he's going to get, he's going to get. He's
And
not.
yeah,
You know.
honestly, like I said, well, in the beginning, I said I went out and pre-registered for a game today, the new Madden game coming up because I'm a fan of Madden. No matter what it looks like, what it plays like, I always get it every
Mhm.
going back to years back. And a guy called me today. He's like, Paul, your registration's in. We got it for you. You can pick it up this day. You get it like early release, what day or whatever. We'll give you a beta version, whatever, whatever. So I
Right.
go on Twitter and I was like, wow, congratulations, Zach Martin. You're one of the like fifth lineman or second lineman to ever to get a 99 rating. First one for the
Yeah.
Cowboys, 99 rating. Then I look down a little bit and I scroll down. Breaking news: Zach Martin might hold out on his contract. I'm like, Madden in EA Sports, you really didn't help us out here. If he wants to hold
No.
out and he gets a 99 rating, that just adds a couple more million in his pocket, Dave. If you think about it.
Yeah, but so the Madden jinx continues. The way you look
Well,
at it.
he's not on the cover. He's just a 99
No.
rating. But man, it's
Right.
there's check out Kenny Fry. Dave, you want to talk about Kenny Fry as well?
The Batman himself. First of all, before I go to Kenny Fry, I want to say I'm glad his daughter's okay.
Yes,
She
yes.
took a scare yesterday, from what I was told.
Mm-hmm.
Her other daughter hit her in the head with a bat or something, whatever the case was.
Yeah, the
But
older daughter hit her in the head. Kaylee got 3 stitches. Everything's good, but thank God, thank God for that one.
Yeah, I see his Mets are actually winning tonight. I'm sure he's happy about that. And you can catch me and Big Ken Friday nights, the Atomic Drop Podcast, 10:30 coming at you. We're having a really good time with that show, and it's really been fun.
Definitely, you can check out every Wednesday at 10 a.m. The Batcave. Ken Fry brings all the knowledge about the New York Mets. He throws in the LA Kings in there as well. If the Mets keep winning, it's going to be a great, happy show for Ken. But
Yeah,
tune in for
it. They've been actually. I think they're playing the White Sox, if I'm not mistaken. I think they were,
okay.
Yeah.
They're
up 5-1 last time I checked.
Dave, I hate to break this to you, but Friday night there's going to be a circus in town again. You know that, right?
Another circus? Who?
Yeah, because Ken's not going to be here this weekend, so
I
you're getting
understand.
Bozo the Clown come in this week.
Lucky me! You know what? That's okay. That's okay. We're good.
Okay with you? I'm not Doink. I might dress up like Doink the freaking wrestler or something like
Doink
that.
the Clown is what.
Yeah,
okay.
There we go. I might dress like that. Hell, I've been called
that. Hey, why not? Why not?
So.
It's all good.
But Dave, let's get back to Zach Martin, man. Listen, what do you think?
Yeah.
He deserves to be paid, Dave. I'm not going to say that he's wrong about that. He's all universe. He finished second in the league last year, giving up sacks. He doesn't miss blocks. He's a pancake guy. He loves pancaking players on the D line. Dave, he deserves the money when he's not even top 10 in offensive lineman money-wise, Dave. He's not even top 10.
I know, but he did play all 17 games last year, too. So
exactly, which helps.
Yeah.
It doesn't help our money bank out. It helps his pockets, but it doesn't help us out. Knowing Jerry Jones is going to make a.
But if I remember prior years, though, he had some ankle injuries, if I'm not mistaken.
He does, Dave, but you got to think about it. Listen, you're giving Tyron Smith, okay, almost double his money, okay, for less games played over the last 4 years, okay.
Yeah.
But then you look at Zach Martin, underpaid, yes, of course, that not even top 10 in offensive lineman, money wise, salary contracts. Dave, he's worth every penny of it. We have.
I'm not disagreeing. I'm looking at like maybe 34 for 2 years, maybe. Is that fair?
I'm gonna put him up at like $15 million a year. I mean, I think he's definitely worth it behind like Lane Johnson, and you got people like that out there who's making the money as well.
I was thinking 34, 35 for 2 years. I think that's pretty fair.
Dave, he's still young. I don't think he's going to honestly take a 2-year deal. I really don't think that. I think he's probably looking at to renegotiate the deal because I think he has 4 years left, correct?
I believe so.
All right, so let's give him another.
Yeah, that sounds right.
I think it's 4 years, 3 or 4 years left. Let's back in him another 3 years and give him a 5-year deal total. Okay, and let's put him at 5 years, $75 million. Sign it, get it done. Because the problem is, Dave, Tony Pollard's franchised. Okay,
I know.
With the Josh Jacobs thing going on, the Dalvin Cook situation, the Saquon Barkley, they won't sign the franchise tag at $10 million a year.
Yeah,
that's just crazy.
Yeah, I understand.
But offensive linemen are $16 million for a franchise tag.
And he's very valuable, and we know how much Zach Martin means to this team. So,
and the worst thing about it, Dave, if you think about this, the offensive line of Dallas is finally rebuilding itself. We went out last year, we got Tyler Smith. Okay, that could be Tyron Smith's replacement. Terrence Steele, we bagged about him the entire year, the year prior to this. What did he do last year until his injury? Stepped up. One of our best offensive linemen.
Terrence Steele did a 180, man.
Exactly.
It was amazing.
Baez is finally playing around. We're looking good. We lost Connor Williams. We're like, okay, no big deal.
Yeah,
we're hurt, but you know what? They stepped in. Then you hear this crap about Zach Martin. I hope he signs. He's a Cowboy, man. He's a true Cowboy. I think he'll be okay. I think he'll sign.
I was shocked when I heard that this morning. And when you put that up there, I was like, "What?" And I didn't even think nothing of his contract because I was thinking, so far,
Dave, it's like one of those things where you go on there and you believe this person died on Twitter or on the internet all of a sudden.
Exactly.
It's like
Right.
I look at it, I'm
Exactly.
like, wait a minute, I got to type this in. I got to do some research on this. I'm looking up this guy, like, wow. If Adam Schefter says it's real, I mean, sometimes you can little read into it a little bit differently. Then I went on to Dallas and it says, holy crap, it's true.
Well, I did hear something. I read something this morning about it. They said back in February he was talking to Jerry about the contract coming up in August, or to July. I'm sorry, but I think what they're like, the Cowboys knew about it. It was like, oh, we'll talk about it when the time's right.
Mm-hmm.
I think this. I'm not going to throw too much shade on it, but I think that's where they're not going to let anything happen.
Well, I hope we get it done.
They'll take care of him. I'm sure.
I hope we get it done faster because the two contracts that we're going to back end is we're going to renegotiate Dak's contract. Excuse me, we're going to renegotiate that back end that contract.
Mm-hmm.
And number two, next year we have Diggs and Lamb next year, Dave.
That's what I'm. Yeah, I was just thinking the same thing. You got to pay those guys too.
And then the year after that, you have Mr. Parsons coming up, because that's going to be his last year coming up. And right there, you're talking about 3 franchise players, probably top 3 at the position. We know Parsons is number 1, basically. Mm-hmm. But then you got Lamb top 5. Then you got Pollard, of course, but we just signed him. Plus, we really didn't even sign him yet, if you want to think about it. The franchise tag. He balls out this year, Dave. He's going to demand the big money. And running backs now are telling you, like, hey, you give me the franchise tag, I'm not playing for $10 million. I'm going to walk away and get paid somewhere else.
I mean, guys like Dalvin Cook are still looking for a job. I mean, it's
that's craziness because nobody wants to value the running back, Dave, and pay them $15 million a year. We were stupid enough to do that with Zeke. We did that. Okay? We paid the price
back
for it.
When we did it with Zeke, it was a different situation with Zeke, because Zeke knew he had him by the.
He did the combo situation. He knew it down there. You need me. I don't need you, but you need me. The stranglehold was there in place. But Dave, you think about just like what Saquon and all the running backs would say. Even McCaffrey tweeted out, why is the best position, one of the best positions on the field? You think about it, the top 2 players in the NFL were McCaffrey, and I forgot who the other one was based on PFF rankings. They're one of the underpaid players in the NFL, the running backs.
Yeah.
What do they do? They run through holes, Dave. They run through brick walls.
The running back position isn't as big as it used to be.
No, it's not. It's not.
And it's amazing to me how that is.
Mm-hmm. I mean, you got quarterbacks making damn near $50 million a year now. What's his name? Lamar Jackson, almost damn $50 million a year. And then you got running backs who run through a brick wall, making barely $10 million on a franchise tag, and that's your franchise player at that position.
I know.
No, I don't agree with that.
Yeah, I agree. I can't argue with that.
Yeah, I just don't get it. But I think he will sign, Dave.
I mean, you got guys like I said, Dalvin Cook out there. You have Zeke out there who's still looking for a job. I mean, there's a couple people running backs out there that are still jobless.
I agree. I mean, I think they're gonna be off the unemployment line pretty soon, because we know training camp, Dave. The one thing we talk about is come out of this training camp healthy. That's the number one thing for us. We've always been injured. Last year we came out of camp very healthy, which was great for us.
Oh, we did. Yeah, it was amazing how we did. The Gallup situation was kind of rough, but
I mean, that was rough, but we knew what he was going to look like coming into camp, Dave.
I'm looking for big things. I'm looking for big things from him this year. I think he's really going to step up.
Well, Dave, I did make that bold prediction a couple of weeks ago. I said this is probably going to be the boldest prediction I've ever made. I'm going to say 3,000-yard receivers this year. I really think with him.
You said that. You said that a while back.
I think it's a possibility. I think they're going to rely on Pollard a lot, Dave, but I think they're going to be a 50-50 blend this year. I think they're going to throw the ball and take what the defense gives you on the passing game.
Well, it's going to be a West Coast offense. We talked about that before.
And I like the receivers in the West Coast offense. I really do.
I love our receivers. Are you kidding me?
I do too. People are looking at the Cook situation like, oh, he's not what he used to be. You're right. He's not, but he barely played the last 2 years if you think about it.
I think, he's not what he used to be. I understand that. But you got to understand, too, he didn't want to be in Houston anymore.
Right, and you had a no-name quarterback throwing to him, and he had 1,000 yards last year. Dave.
Exactly. Now that he's got a good, decent quarterback throwing to him, he's going to actually want to play because he wanted to be a Cowboy. Mm-hmm. So I think Cooks is going to be fine. And
the thing is, Dave, a lot of people don't realize he doesn't have to be the number 1. He doesn't have to be.
No, he doesn't. No, Lamb's still number 1.
Right.
Mm-hmm. It's going to be Lamb, Cooks, and Gallup if I had to guess. I mean, that would
Yeah, I
be
think Cooks is number
my
3 on
three.
the as the progression tree. I think he's number 3. It's Lamb,
Yeah,
Gallup, of course,
Gallup
and then hell,
or
I mean, our
you
tight
can
ends
take
we
your pick.
use
It doesn't
right,
matter.
and we
Yeah.
use a tight end room a lot, so I'm not worried about that at all. So he'll fit in just
Yeah,
fine. But
yeah, the tight end situation is going to be interesting this year.
Dave, let me ask you, what are you looking to see in camp this year? I mean, it starts next Wednesday. You know, the first day of practice
I'm
without
looking.
pads going to be Wednesday.
I'm concerned about the defense.
Defense,
Yeah,
really?
I mean, yeah, the defensive line is what I mean.
I think that's one of our strong points, Dave, is our
Yeah, I
defensive
know.
line.
I love Dan Quinn. Don't get me wrong, but
Hmm.
I just your boy Deron Bland's going to be rolling this year too.
Dave, you know I love that kid. You know,
I know you do. I
Dave,
know.
during that draft,
I
Dave, what did I
know.
say? I said, look out for this kid,
I just
Deron
don't.
Bland. He's nasty. I'm telling
I
you.
just don't want to see Diggs get burnt too much like he did last year. That's what I'm
Well, Dave,
concerned
you know what
about.
the thing is? Like he's going to have that help because okay, you remember last year when we had Kurtz back there, and also we had Donovan Wilson back there, and we
Mhm.
also had Malik Hooker as well. We had a
Right.
3 safety tree back there, but with Wilson, he's our best safety. He's a harder hitter, not the ball hawk, but hitter. But you think about it now, we have Gilmore on the opposite side. Okay,
Mhm.
you have 1A, 1B cornerbacks on our team now, which is great though. So you really
Mhm.
can pick on one of them, but you can't pick on who because they can both move. That's the good thing. Gilmore moves side to side, and now Diggs moves side to side too. So if you're going to
Right.
get burnt, we can run that double high safety over here and bring in maybe a Hooker and maybe a Wilson to one side and shade the sides.
It's
Because a lot
true.
of teams in the NFC, Dave, we looked at it, even in the
Mhm.
NFL, all the way around the platform here, all the way around the scenario. A lot of teams are going one tight end, 3 wideouts, one back. It's more of a spread
Mhm.
offense, and that's why it was one of the biggest acquisitions I think. What is the word, Dave? Not accusations, acquisitions. Sorry, there.
Acquisitions, right?
That's the part of the clown came out there. You know, I got tongue
Hey,
tied there. You know, yeah,
it's okay.
but
It's late. We understand.
yeah, but that I mean that I'm not going to say that word. I can't say
Acquisition.
it. Thank you, Dave. Thank you.
No problem.
That
No
right there,
problem.
bringing in Gilmore was one of the biggest things we did this year too.
Yeah,
You
I
know,
mean, I hear you. I hear you. I mean, I'm just excited for the season to start. But
Mhm.
this Zach Martin thing is really getting to me. I don't understand.
Dave, I don't even want to talk about that right
I
now
know.
because he will sign. He will
Just
sign,
pay the
Dave.
man and call it a day. That's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm
You
saying.
know.
Jerry has deep pockets. He can pull something out
Oh,
of the bag. You know.
Jerry
Mhm.
has very
Yep.
deep pockets.
We
Yeah.
got a comment from Adam Glenn. Adam, thank you for
Hey,
checking in. He says the Cowboys are the second best team in the NFC. I agree with that. I'm not gonna say
I
anything
can't
bad
argue
about that.
that.
No, I agree. Listen, we're a Cowboy show, but we keep it real here. You know, probably one of the only Cowboy
I,
shows. There's a lot out
there's
there
a
that keep it
team.
real,
There's a
but
team that does scare me though in the NFC. It's got to be the 49ers. If anybody.
I think it's going to be a 3-team race this year, Dave. I
Yeah.
really do. I think it's going to be the Eagles.
Mhm.
I'm going to put them at 1 because they are still defending NFC, champions. I'm going to put them
Can't.
there. They
Yeah,
they
I'm
got
not.
position players. They got my boy DeAndre Swift, which I'm kind of pissed about.
Mhm.
My son
Yeah, I
said he
wasn't too
doesn't want
happy
to talk
about
to
that
him
either.
anymore. Yeah,
But
my son said he
they got
can't talk to
Rashard
him.
Penny now, didn't they?
Yeah, but you know what, Dave? I think he's going to get cut. I really do.
Well, he might get cut, but my thing is, this the injury prone a lot of times?
He is
Gets
injury
hurt a
prone. I
lot.
mean, that's the thing. He's a good
Yeah,
back, but I think with that back situation that you have, I think Pennies might get cut. I really do.
I don't know about that.
I
I
think
mean,
he will. I think Penny's going to get cut out there. I really do this year.
their boy went to Carolina for 4 years. Sanders, is that who it was?
Yeah, yeah, Miles Sanders.
Miles Sanders.
Yeah, I mean, that's a crowded running
Mhm.
back room too. But if you think about it,
Mhm.
I mean, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I
But
think the Eagles are 1. I think I'm going to put
but
the Niners at 2. But the only
they
thing with the Niners is the
they
quarterback.
depend on Boston Scott a lot, though.
In certain games, I mean,
Mm.
he can kill you in certain scenarios. I mean,
I mean,
he's a
he's
scat
a
back.
giant killer. That guy.
Yeah, he's a scat back, which I love. I love coaching scat backs. But
Yeah,
to me, the Niners, I'm going to put it 2 right now, but in front of us, honestly.
yeah, I think
But
so
the only
too.
thing is the quarterback play, Dave. What quarterback are we going to go? Are we going to get Lance? Are we going to get Purdy? Are we going to get Sam? What's his name? Sam Darnold. Who knows?
Darnold from Carolina. That I can't believe that was surprising to me.
But
Him
you know what?
leaving
I think it was an
Carolina.
insurance policy. I really do. Bring him
Yeah,
in. He can run an offense. He's not going to give you, he's not going to give you the Super Bowl ring, but he is
right.
an insurance policy that can, come in there, play a couple games until maybe a Lance gets back or, or Purdy gets back because what Purdy did last year, I give him so much credit, coming in there
That
unsung basically and just walk in and
that
play.
kid saved their season if you think about it.
He
I
did.
mean,
He did. He did.
mhm.
But yeah, I mean, I seen
But
a lot of things on Twitter this last couple of weeks that with the Darnold signing and all these, they might not got another
I mean,
quarterback, but it's mostly Eagles.
McCaffrey, Samuel, they have a lot of weapons out in San Francisco.
Oh, they do. I mean,
It's
even
tough.
you have the best, probably one of the best combo at running back or / wide receiver, and
Yeah.
Debo and McCaffrey.
Mhm.
Great situation.
Mhm.
I love it.
Yeah.
But Dave,
Yep.
getting back to training camp, what are you looking to see? I know you said defense. What are you looking to see on that
Defense.
defense?
Um, Yeah, I want to see a lot of takeaways this year. That's what I want to see.
Okay.
I really want to see some interceptions. I want to see some fumbles. I mean, Mike hasn't had an interception. I couldn't tell you last time he had a pick. When was the
Who's
last time
that?
Micah Parsons had? When was the last time Micah Parsons had a pick? I
Well,
couldn't
Dave,
tell you.
his thing. He doesn't drop back. He's not a drop back running back. He's a more
Yeah, it's
hard,
true.
outside the edge runner. Which is
Yeah.
going to be great this year too, because they're going to be using him. And we'll get into my what I want to talk about on that. Going with the defense.
Mm,
I don't think he's going to
but
get a lot of picks. I think he's going to get a lot of pressures this year, especially with this D line. I think the
yeah,
D line, Dave, is one of our strongest that we've had in a long time. I think it's our strongest of the team this year. Is the
I
defense.
agree. I want to see a lot of turnovers this year. I want to see some picks. I want to see some I want to see pick sixes too.
Oh, I do
That
too.
that I think. I mean, with Diggs and you got what do you call it on the other side? 7-Eleven. You know,
Hmm.
or is it 7-Eleven? I can't remember. Yeah.
You got Lawrence.
Yeah, I'm just saying. I just want to see a lot. I want to see a lot of turnovers this year. I really want the Cowboys defense to really be top 5 in the league. That's what I'm looking
I
at.
think we will. I think we will. This defense, Dave, is solid speed. It's power, speed, and Dan Quinn preaches it's not one guy. It's not a helmet on a ball. It's 11 helmets at one time. That's what he preaches, and I think that's what they did. And Dave, going over the roster, I was actually looking at it today, just projecting what I seen. Is there one person on the defense that you would take out right now as a starter?
Ooh, I don't know. That's a good question.
I'll give you my one name, LVE,
You know what though?
because you know who I want to plug and play, right?
But I know, yeah, I know. But I'm just saying, LV he had a good season last year. He really did.
He did. He stayed
mean,
healthy last year. He had one stinger, and that was pretty much it for the
that
whole
was pretty
season.
much it for the most part. But he was
solid. He was solid.
He was solid all year. He really was.
Mhm.
And he got his 2-year deal. He was happy with that.
Oh yeah, he got 2 years, 16 million,
Right.
$8 million a year per year, which is
Right,
good.
which is perfect.
Mhm.
Yep. And your boy DeBron Bland is going to be rolling. We know that.
Dave, that's the thing I'm looking at right now.
Yeah.
Dave, when we did the draft thing, even before the draft came out, when we were live, and our show right before that, a week before, I mentioned 3 names, Dave. In the order I got wrong, I said Mozzie Smith, Luke Schoonmaker,
Yeah.
and Demarion Overshawn. I said those top 3 picks a week before the show
This
started.
kid Overshawn is going to really.
Dave,
he's taking.
Real quick, somebody's getting ready to go to work. Ken Fry says Cowboys are my pick out of the NFC. Kenny, I hope so. I hope that's true, brother. I really do. It's going to be a strong division this year. People look at it as a 2-team race. Don't count out the Commanders, man. Do not count them out.
No, that kid, that quarterback. Yeah, Hal. Yeah, he's like 6'4", 6'5". Can see over the line. He's got a pretty good arm.
Quarterback. I watched him play in North Carolina. He commands the offense. He takes control of it. That's what they're saying down there right now. He's commanding the offense down there. He's a field general. He's coming in, calling it.
Faith and I went to that last game of the season with the Cowboys. Went down to Washington to watch the game, or Maryland, I should say. Mm-hmm. And that kid can see over the line like no other.
Exactly. I mean, you look at the last quarterbacks they had. Heineke was barely 6 foot. He was like another Drew Brees standing in the pocket. But Drew was just an animal, different compared. Ken says, off to work, guys. Have a great show. Thank you, Ken. Appreciate it, man. Thank you.
Thanks, big man.
Exactly. But
have a good night, big man.
I was watching some of their camps down there. Not camps, but just preseason, not preseason, Dave. Just 7-on-7s. Not mandatory. Just when you go into camp and practice whatever you want. Now they were saying Demarion Overshawn has been lining up, Dave. Now this is what gets me. Remember I told you he played safety in college sometimes, right? Right. They had him lining up at linebacker, defensive end, corner, but it didn't mean anything. He was just playing around at corner. But he even moved to strong safety.
Mm-hmm.
This kid is a hybrid. Not because he's.
You're excited. You're excited. I can see it.
No, I mean when that came out and they said Demarion Overshawn, I almost shit myself. Bozo.
I know. It was a great pick, no doubt about it.
I love this kid, and we had Steve on prior to that before, and I said, "What about this kid Overshawn?" He's like, "This kid is insane. He's nasty. Yes. He's on the board. If they get him, it's a steal." And third round, wow! And he dropped to the 3rd round. He's a great pickup, Dave.
No doubt.
Dave, if Jabril Cox can stay healthy this year and come back and play, that defensive backfield, the linebacker trio, let's think about it. Jerron Bland, okay? Let's talk about him. Let's talk about Overshawn. Let's talk about this, Dave. That is going to be one. And Jabril Cox healthy, that is a trio. I'm talking 4-4 speed at linebacker. East, west, south, wherever you want to go. It's like Southwest Airlines all over the damn place with those 3.
Yeah, it's going to be exciting. I can't. I'm not even, I know we're not talking about the schedule or anything, but did you see the first two games of the year?
I didn't even look at the schedule yet, Dave. I didn't even look at it. I don't even look
It's
at it till like we're ready.
I didn't look at it either. I just happened to see the first two games. We're playing New York 2 weeks in a row, but Jets and Giants. I'm like, whoa.
Which you know what? It's kind of hard because we don't know what the Jets are. We know what Aaron Rodgers does, what he can be. You know, and
Right.
we hate him. We hate that name, David.
I am so tired of it. We can't get rid of the guy.
Exactly. I still remember the Rodgers sideline connection, Dave.
It's like I remember, but it's like he goes to AFC, but yet we still see the guy. It's like,
yeah. Mm-hmm.
You know,
here's a comment from actually a Jets fan. Look at that.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay.
Eileen says, rumor has it Jets traded Minton and Lions for a draft pick. Wow, I didn't even see that. I've been off Twitter all day. I haven't even looked at anything, honestly.
I didn't hear that.
I heard he was on the rumor board to move.
I heard the Cowboys were interested in Mims. I heard that.
I did too, because there were a lot of tweets today saying, let's focus on Zach Martin and let's build the team now around us, and let's not talk about Mims today. Mm-hmm. Eileen also says the deal isn't done yet. Okay. All right.
Okay.
But Eileen, thank you.
But I heard the Cowboys were interested in Mims. I've heard that this morning.
Yeah, I heard it too. I actually heard it. Denzel. I heard that as well too. I heard it all around. I mean, I hear a lot of people, but Dave, as a Cowboy fan, what do we always say? DeAndre Hopkins. Let's not talk about it.
That's right.
What happened? Not a damn
well, you know
thing.
what Jerry says: deadline make deals. So.
Yeah, that's true. But he also said, Dave, I'm happy with the team we have right now. I think we're legitimate Super Bowl contender. We've heard that.
Yeah, right? We've heard that how many years in a row?
It's let's say up there, Dave, 27 years and counting. Yeah, it's
27 years and counting. Yeah.
Yeah. But Dave, on the offense, what do you think about the offense?
Offense, I'm excited. But just the running back scares me though with Pollard. I mean, is Deuce Vaughn going to be his backup? I don't know.
No, I think Vaughn's going to be projected for it. Now, Dave, I looked at the depth chart today. They have Malik Davis at 2 in front of Ronald Jones.
That's interesting to me.
But I don't think it's going to pan out that way.
I think Ronald Jones will be 2. I think Davis will be 3. Then it depends how they use Vaughn though. Are they going to use Vaughn as a punt returner? I mean,
that's what I'm hearing because he's a shifty punt returner. I think they're going to use him as a special teams gunner. But then you made a great point 2 weeks ago, Dave, when you said, "What are you going to do?" You're basically taking one guy away off the field because if you put Turpin back there, which is our number 1 punt returner, kick returner, why would you put Vaughn back there? Because they're going to either kick it to you or kick sideways, and you can still recover the ball. Why have 2 backs back there to pick it up? That makes because you're basically playing a 10-on-11 situation, basically.
Right.
Yeah. But I think that they run a special package for him, like Dave, I call the NASCAR package up here when I coach. We have the fastest player on there. He might not be the best runner, but I have certain categories where I can bring him in. Like, okay, we can run a jet sweep. We can run a screen over here, a backside screen, whatever. That's something Vaughn can situate himself to. But will we see that? That is part of the West Coast offense. But will we see a play sheet, a play category, a play scheme for a Deuce Vaughn and a Turpin?
I think, I think we will. But Dak's going to run this offense like to the T. He has to. I mean, it's just.
Well, we'll get into one of his comments. He said a comment.
I heard something he said the other day too. Yeah,
we'll get into that. But Dave, let me ask you real quick, since we talked about training camp here. Now, what rookies do you think? Is there any rookie that you think can crack the starting role? I think, Dave, I'm going to go on a limb here. I think there's going to be 3 starting this year.
Well, I think Deuce Vaughn's one of them.
Deuce Vaughn's going to start?
Special teams.
Okay. I'm talking about offense. Defense.
Oh no. Okay, sorry. I thought you meant.
That's cool. It's cool. I agree with that. I think they're going to have him punt returners as well.
Yeah, I agree. Mm-hmm. Tough decision. I'm not really. I can't. It's tough. It's hard because who's going to take? Like, are we talking running backs? Or are we talking? Well, we can't talk running backs because.
No, Pollard's situated 1. He's going to start.
No matter what. It's true. Mm-hmm. Receivers?
No, I don't think a receiver's going to. I mean, I'm not going to call Brandon Cooks a rookie. I'm not going to call him one.
No. Is Simi going to? Simi's still there, right?
Simi is like so back-ended down the depth chart, Dave. It's like I love this kid. Dave, I was hyped when he came out. 6 foot.
I was too. I was pumped. Yeah.
They don't use them. They don't. That's the scary thing. They don't use them even in the red zone. That's what scares me.
No. We'll go tight end. Definitely tight end.
Schoonmaker will start.
Yes, absolutely.
I think so too, Dave. Now I told you this a couple weeks ago. I know this is my projection, my opinion here. Mm-hmm. If Schoonmaker starts, okay, I don't think he starts the first 2 weeks because they're going to rely on a Ronald Jones and a Malik Davis the first 2 weeks because they're not going to run Pollard like they can run Zeke constant 20 carries a game. He's not ready for that. He's got to work his way
We're
in.
carrying 3 tight ends. I mean, that's just the thing.
That's
you
the
know?
thing. If Schoonmaker's, if I think Ferguson and Hendershot will play first, they'll start back and forth. Like a combo, like a two-headed dragon with both of them, because they're more of a pass-catching tight end situation. Schoonmaker is not the pass catcher.
My question is, who's Dak more comfortable with? Is it going to be Schoonmaker? Is it going to be the other two?
Well, Dave, he hasn't even thrown to Schoonmaker yet.
Well, I'm saying, but he was so comfortable with Schultz, though. That's what I'm saying. Schultz was his prime target.
But the problem is Schoonmaker is holding out. He's not holding out. He's signed, but he's not at camp because he's injured. His ankle.
Right. I get that. Mm-hmm. But I'm saying, but my point is, who's Dak going to be more comfortable with in the offense on tight end wise?
I think honestly, to me, what I seen last year, I think it's Hendershot. I really do.
You know what? I was thinking that too. I think Hendershot.
I mean, he can run pass routes. He's a good blocker. And he actually reminds me of like a Schultz. We're not saying he's that category yet, but he reminds me of a Schultz and a Witten type where
Peyton does block though. He can block.
He does. But he knows where the yard marker's at, Dave. Like how many times it was a bailout situation where it's 3rd and 5, he runs 6 yards out, catches, gets the first down.
Right.
Yeah. And like even Schultz didn't do that. He caught the ball, went down. He didn't care where the yard marker was. Schultz and Ferguson Ferguson and Hendershot do that.
Mm-hmm.
But the person that I think, Mazi Smith, I think he'll definitely start.
Mazi Smith, absolutely.
Did you see that? I put on our group page and I put on Twitter today. Mazi Smith hasn't played a play in the NFL, and he's the 10th ranked defensive tackle in the NFL already.
That's amazing.
That's amazing, isn't it?
That's pretty impressive.
Yeah, they had an equal for Jalen Carter as well. He was number 5, but that's based on what you did in college. I don't care.
Well, Mazi was the first pick of the draft, so you can't.
Yeah, I mean he's number 10 out the books, but I think it's going to be him. I don't want to say Schoonmaker yet. I think he will end up starting by halfway through the season. I'm going to put him at week 8 maybe. But I swear, Dave, this name, I love this name. I'm going to say it 50 times in every show. Demarion Overshown.
I knew you were going to say that. I saw that coming.
Dave, he has to start, Dave. I already ordered his jersey.
And I told you, a friend of mine, Rob, was telling me when he was picked, he texted me the next day. He's like, "You got Overshown?" I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "This kid's a stud." Yeah. I was like, "Okay, I got you."
I mean, I watch a lot of Texas games, Dave, and everybody talked about Bijan Robinson coming out, but man, the next best player, the unsung guy that nobody talked about, was Demarion Overshown.
I'm excited to see what this kid can do.
That Bijan said about him, where when they talked about, you're a captain of your defense is coming to the NFL, you're going to a team in the NFL, what's it like? He's like, I'm telling you, the Cowboys picked the right player because going head to head, this guy in what we call a Charlie Brown drill, 1-on-1 drill, he laid me out many a times. I laid him out, but the craziest thing is whoever got laid out, we jumped right back up and said, run it again. And that's what he said about him. That's what I love about this kid. I love Demarion Overshown. I really do.
You know what? I'm going to love him too. I'm excited. Yeah. I don't know what's his number. I didn't even look.
I believe it's 58, if I'm not mistaken.
Is it 58?
I think it is.
I thought 58 was. No, I thought that was.
I don't know what it is. I actually ordered.
I gotta look it up. Yeah.
I actually ordered it. I already ordered it like a week ago.
Did you really?
Yeah. Hell yeah. Like him and Parsons. Oh man, my 2 favorite players right now. But yeah, Dave. I mean, I think those 2 rookies will start. I really do. But Dave, let's talk about your boy here with this comment.
But before we do that, it's so funny. Like I have all the Cowboy jerseys I have are pretty much all quarterbacks. It's so funny. I got Aikman. I got now I just got a Dak jersey last season because of my nephew got married. He got me that.
There you go. God, I don't even know where to start with mine, Dave.
I know it's amazing. I'm just saying, like I'm a quarterback junkie. I can't help that.
I know one that you never even thought about getting. I think I showed you a picture of this. Number 17.
17.
He was a quarterback.
Oh, Quincy Carter?
Yes.
I'm thinking about that.
I have that one in my locker.
Nice.
I call either retired or dead players.
Do you have a Vinny T by any chance?
Was he number 14?
Yeah, I believe he was.
You know what? I got to look for. I know I have a Bledsoe one. I know I have the Bledsoe.
Yeah, Bledsoe was 11.
I have. Oh God, Dave! I hate to say this on air here. I have a Brandon Weeden jersey.
Nice.
Yeah, remember last year? I said before we did it last year when we first started out of the box. I was like, I think I'm the only idiot ever to go out and buy Andy Dalton jersey, and I did.
Hey, number 14. There you go.
Yes. But Dave, speaking of quarterbacks, let's talk about the comment here that Dak says, "I need to cut down on my turnovers."
Yeah.
Dave, the one thing I want to say is no shit. What do you think?
Well, I said the same thing. I said we're going to throw. You guys, what do you say? I'm not going to throw 10 interceptions or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
No, you'll throw 11. That's what I was thinking. I think they're going to throw 11, right?
Yeah, but he didn't. The funny thing is that all season or is that like half the season, like limited games that he
I
played
don't
last
even
year?
know. I don't even know. But we said this last season too, and I love our backup. I'm big on Cooper Rush. Yeah, I'm very excited about it. I mean, he saved the season last year. And I don't care what anybody tells me. He won 4 out of 5 games.
Hey, listen, you go 4-1. Your only losses to the NFC
Eagles, but he actually kept him in the game too. It wasn't like he wasn't getting crushed.
Yeah,
but
and
Dak comes back.
Remember, he is very cheap. He's cheap.
Right. I mean, Dak comes out of the injury, does really well. Wins. And I'm not saying Dak's not the starter. Don't get me wrong. He's but I'm looking at the NFC quarterbacks. There's not much competition. What do you think about it? I mean,
I think Hurts is 1. I think Dax is 2. Of course, you have to put Hal at 4 because he's a rookie coming in.
And Daniel Jones. I mean,
he's 3. He's 3.
He's 3. I would think, right? Derek Carr. Derek Carr.
Oh, in the NFC. Oh, Carr. I mean, he has a good team. I mean,
he's with the Saints. Yeah.
I'd probably put. To me, Dave, this may sound stupid, but I'm going to put Geno Smith in my top 5.
I was thinking that too. That kid had a great season last year.
They went out and got Njigba Smith with damn, oh my God, the Green Goblin out there.
I mean, do you believe the kid in Green Bay is Jordan Love? He could give his shot.
That was the reason why he sat, Dave, no matter what. You know what I mean? I understand you're behind Rodgers, but still, there was a reason why he wasn't ready to play yet.
I mean, is Trey Lance really the deal in San Francisco? We know it's Brock Purdy, one or the other.
Yeah, I mean, I think the NFC East has the top 2 quarterbacks between.
I do too, and this kid Hal, he scares me. I got to be honest.
He's going to be good for the future. And the
kid's got an arm; he can throw the ball.
I'm curious to see how Bieniemy is going to put him in a situation to play. Bieniemy can play. He's learned under that Reid system, who's like a quarterback whisperer as well. He's always had good quarterbacks and got the ability out of him. I think he really does a lot. I think he really does a lot with Sam Howell.
I mean, you look at the AFC quarterbacks. My God, it's a gauntlet.
It's a juggernaut. I mean,
it really is. I mean,
Burrow, Allen.
Burrows. I mean, Mahomes, Allen, Burrow.
Even Lamar Jackson's up there.
Lamar. I mean, it's insane.
It really is. I mean,
now they got Rodgers now.
Yeah, that's something you really don't even talk about. Rodgers, Rodgers going to the Jets.
I'm just saying. I mean, the quarterback in the AFC are. I mean,
now, Dave, we're going back to Dak here. What do you think a good year for Dak is? I mean, give me. I know it's early. We really don't talk about this. Like a lot of other shows, they come out and talk about scheduling, what the record is. We're not going to do that until like 2 weeks before the season. We'll talk about it. Because there's still moves to be made, whatever happens. But what's a good year for Dak, Dave, in your opinion right now?
All right. Well, how many touchdowns did he throw last year? 22?
22 or 23, something like that.
He's got to go over at least 25 to 26.
Okay.
I think that's fair.
Where's his picks at?
I'm going to say his picks has got to be under 10. I'm going to say 5 or 6.
Ooh, that's a good year, though.
I think so.
You look at, say, 25 and 5. What kind of passing yards are you thinking, Dave? Now, we are going to West Coast offense here. What do you think?
Yeah, I know. It's kind of tough. I don't really.
He's been averaging 4,000 a year, Dave. Damn near.
Yeah, I'd say it's about the same. I'll say 5 now.
All right. What, 5?
Yeah.
Holy shit, Dave!
With this offense, he's gonna kill it.
Wow!
I mean, you think about it, Cooks, Gallup,
that would help out my scenario, Dave, for my bold prediction: 3,000-yard receivers. That would help me out.
I mean, I'm not gonna say. I mean, if it's 4, that's fine. But I think with this offense, he's gonna be rolling.
I think, Dave. I think this year it's a West Coast offense. There's a lot to learn. But what scares me, Dave, is I've been saying this ever since Dak's been our quarterback. Coaching offense, we do it at 11 to 13-year-olds. We have assistant coaches holding up flags like this, and they put them behind their back, and the green flag comes out, of 5 coaches, and you've got 3 seconds to throw the ball, read. Right. That what scares me. The West Coast offense is a very fast click offense.
Yeah, take what the defense gives. That's quick on the draw at times. I mean, he's good like that.
How many bad decisions did we see Dak make last year? Back to back, Dave. We talked about that one where
I know.
It was a missed ball. Same play, Dave. Pick 6.
I was there for that. I know.
Yeah, I know you were, Dave. That's why
I was at that game.
Yes,
but I think you learn from your mistakes. You have a definitely new offensive coordinator this year in Schottenheimer. Right. I think the Kellen Moore was getting old. It was stale. It was really getting old fast, and I really believe that Schottenheimer is going to be different. I know McCarthy's going to be calling the plays. I get that,
Mhm.
but I it's going to be a new offense. It's going to be a whole new offense for Dak, and I think that's what he needs.
Dave, you know what? You know what every team needs though. They need that like enforcer. You know what I mean? Like a person that comes in there and just it's so big, so powerful. It's like it reminds me of Top. If like he was here,
Yeah.
like nobody would mess with us. You know what I mean? Like
Nope.
he would come in here and just like, I'm here. You want to get to them? Come through me. That's what we need. That's what I'm seeing. But like speaking of that, like, could you imagine if we had like Matt? Like Matt brings so much to our show, doesn't he?
Yes, he does. Is he here?
I don't know if he's here yet. He hasn't joined us yet, but
okay.
every team needs a TOP.
Let's go.
Hey, there he is.
What's going on, brother?
Gentlemen.
What's up, Dad?
How are you guys?
Good, man. First and foremost, man, glad you're back with us, man. We missed you. You're always our family. We're all brothers here. And first thing, I already said first and foremost, but screw that. Matt, congratulations, brother. We have another member of the Cowboy family coming in December, correct?
Thank you.
Hey, man. We kept that secret a long time, sir.
I appreciate you guys.
Hey, no problem.
Hey, Matt, when I texted you, I was like, Matt, you know how hard it was to keep my mouth shut because I like to speak, brother.
I appreciate you guys.
Hey, no problem.
Secret first off, but I'm excited. Praying that everything goes well. And
how's she feeling?
She's good.
She's good.
Her cravings are crazy, but she's obsessed with Sonic's Powerade right now.
Oh,
it is mighty tasty, though, I must say. It's very refreshing.
Sonic Powerade. Interesting.
Damn.
I don't know. I didn't try that.
There's Sonics near me, but next time I go to Philly, I'll definitely grab one. But Matt, Matt, I know Uncle Paul's going to be giving you a cowboy gift. You already know that. So when you open that, there we go. You already know that's coming. That's going to be a guarantee.
That's hysterical.
You already know that's a conversation around here, but so the child is capable of saying yes or no, it's going to be a split child. Divided household. So
Cowboys. Poor kid.
I hear that. Well, you know what? When I come down, Matt, you and me will take him or her out, whatever. We'll take him out, and we will make sure we show him the right way in life, okay, brother?
That's right. I don't.
That is correct.
Coming down to favorite teams, I don't give a shit. I just want a healthy baby.
That's all.
As long as it's healthy and it comes out, that's all that counts.
That kid can be an Eagles fan. I don't give a shit. I just want a healthy baby.
100%, man. 100%. 100% with them.
Hey, Hunter's on the fence right now too, so I gotta try to convert him as much as I can.
You better get on the wall. You better get on the ball, Dave.
Well, Faith and I are doing a pretty good job with it. We're trying.
They had a time.
But Matt, listen, we were speaking about training camp here. What are your concerns going into training camp right here?
Let's see. We got Zach Martin that is not
his name again.
Not happy. You got Tony TP. We didn't, extend we didn't give him a contract. He's still on franchise tag. I mean, are we going to pick up another solid running back?
Do you believe in Ronald Jones? I don't.
Ronald who?
Thank you.
I guess he just told you there.
Yes, sir.
Oh, God. I mean, here we go, putting Band-Aids back on this shit to see if we could piece a team together to win a Super Bowl. It's like the same shit over and over again.
I agree.
Oh, God.
I'm excited about our wide receivers, though, Matt. I got to be honest. I really am.
Yeah, and then I seen the report of the Jets are reporting to
Mims.
Yeah, for Mims.
Yes.
I leaned his comment and says it's not a done deal yet, but the signing should happen. Yeah.
Listen, Mims isn't a bad player.
Mm-hmm.
No.
I mean,
no.
You know what I mean? If we sign him for, I heard it's a possible cheap deal.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, I'm fine with a cheap deal. I like to get away with cheap sometimes.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of players. I mean, you look at Ronald Jones. I mean, what gets me mad is, okay, The Eagles went out and got DeAndre Swift during the draft situation. They went out and got better at that position. Now you're looking at like Rashad Penny maybe being cut off that team. And that's a good solid back when healthy. They're going to cut a good solid back, and they upgraded the position from last year's Super Bowl team. Us, we let Zeke go, which is great. We had to with the money situation. I get that. I understand that point.
Not even just the money part. We're talking about his skill level.
Exactly. I mean, his numbers were bad, based on what we pay him is what he does. But then we go out. We won't give Pollard a long-term contract. I understand coming off the injury. It shows what you can do first before you get the bank. We understand.
Right.
But my thing is, you went out and got Ronald Jones off the wire here. He's making $1.1 million this year.
Is that what it is? Wow.
$1.1 million. And that's it. Our running back room is $12 million total for 4 running backs this year. That's it. And that tells me, hey, there's money to go out there and get somebody. There's money out there.
I mean, why not?
Yeah.
But then again, we already seen how Jerry Jones does when we have money. Not a damn thing.
This is true.
What was all last year, Matt? We had the money. We were like the worst of the salary cap money, and then 2 weeks later, we're like one of the top 3 with money. And all of the show every week, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? Not a damn thing the whole season.
Hey, Matt, here's my question to you. Do we see a lot of Deuce Vaughn this year?
No, I don't think so.
Not rookie year. Nah.
Special teams. Yeah,
I mean, special teams, maybe?
Special teams, yeah, there's a chance. But I think he's an undercover player that is going to shock the NFL.
I think so, too.
I agree. I think he'd be putting in certain positions a package for him, Matt. I think he could be great.
I think that we're like looking at it like, the only reason you got him is because his dad's in office.
Right.
Listen, did you see the kid play?
Yes, I saw.
He's a little speedster.
I've seen highlights of this kid. This kid's
I'm not gonna lie. During our college football show, at the beginning of the year, the very first show we did, even before the preseason started, the first game, we went over dark horses for the Heisman Trophy. My first pick was Deuce Vaughn.
Wow.
Very first show, and he could have won it, but you're playing at Kansas State, man. You're not one of the big teams out there. And my thing is, like, he reminds me. You have to flip the script here, but he reminds me of Allen Iverson. Very unsung small guy, 6'1", going playing against trees. Deuce Vaughn is 5'6". Okay,
it's not like wasn't that Darren Sproles' height?
I think
Darren Sproles was bigger than him. I think he was. You know what I mean?
God, that's bad because Darren Sproles, he was small.
That kid was low.
But he was dangerous as shit too.
He was.
It's true.
Because he was small and can. You know what I mean?
And that's the thing, like as running back, that's
climbing like between the guy, like the lineman's legs, like them.
Yes. And that's what they say. Low man wins the game, right, Matt?
Sure.
Yeah, I'd say.
You're the lowest man. I mean, your offensive linemen are standing up blocking, and you're still by their knees. You know what I mean? And you make the jump cut. Nobody's going to see you which way you're going. What better way?
Yeah.
You know.
Yep.
But
is McCarthy too late by the time to see you?
Yeah, is McCarthy smart enough to put Turpin, put Cooks, Lamb in a situation?
Turpentine, Matthew. Turpentine.
Listen, I like that kid. They just need to give him a little bit more playing time on the offensive side.
Yes,
I agree.
Do.
Sure.
You saying like Mike McCarthy, it's like it really irks the shit out of me because I'm not a fan of him.
We know.
It's like for some reason, like a kind of not that we're going to the Super Bowl. I mean, we already know that's not going to happen.
Wow.
So Matt, can I change the band to 28 years now?
You never know. I mean, this could be our year.
Yeah, it could be
our year.
This could be the year I'm 150 pounds too. Could be the year. Could be the year. Yeah, 150 pounds. Yeah.
But no faith in the offensive coordinator?
It also might be the year that I win this $1 billion on the lottery.
Hey, never know.
Damn.
But Matt, I was just talking about the NFC East quarterback or the NFC quarterbacks. I mean, and it's not as big as it was years ago.
I mean, you're right, but at the same time, we don't have the Eagles we have to play.
I know.
True.
I mean, but I was going over the NFC, like Danny Dimes.
No, I mean, listen,
guys like
we are top 5 in the NFC.
I have us at 3, Matt. 3.
But right, but is in the NFC now.
So I'm saying, like,
You
Brock
don't have
Purdy,
Aaron Rodgers is not in the NFC no more.
right? Jordan Love, does he scare you?
No.
Okay. Does the guy from Seattle,
Geno scares me.
Geno
Actually scares
Smith?
me. With the
Gino
weapons
is a
they
little
have, yeah.
scary. I think they're up there too.
Mhm.
Okay. Kirk Cousins, Minnesota.
They're rebuilding.
It's a hit or miss with him.
Mhm.
Okay.
See, Kirk Cousins his stats are crazy. Always have
Derek-
been. Every
Derek
single
Carr's
year, but
is Derek Carr's in New Orleans. That scare you too?
I forgot he was over there.
Yeah, he's in New Orleans now. Yeah.
I don't know. Listen, some of these systems, though, some of these quarterbacks are in better positions than different teams now.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing is, like what Matt said with McCarthy, you can have the best team on paper. Okay, we've had that. We've been a paper champion how many years in our NFL career? And
Yeah.
look what
paper champions.
Exactly. We're paper. We're not even paper champs, but on paper we do have a great team where we say,
Not anymore.
"Damn, we could go 13-3 back when it's 16 games. You know, 14-3 now. We have that team." But then again, just like we always said, you go back and you look at, oh shit, Mike McCarthy's the OC, the head coach. Well, let me scratch up a couple games, winnable games there. You know.
Well, I think with Schottenheimer, it might be a different story. I just do. I think.
But I think he's going to be an ear in his head, and that's it. I think
that's what I'm saying. Like, I think
I don't know.
I mean,
it's kind of. Yeah. I mean, it's going to be a hit or miss with him too.
Yeah.
I just have a feeling that it's going to be. Might be a little bit better than last year.
See, that's what I'm thinking too.
I think so too.
With our receivers,
and guess what? If
Cooks?
it's not better this year, who? You or
I mean,
after on the podcast.
I mean, Cooks, Gallup, Lamb. I think Dak's going to have a field day. I just do. I mean,
well, Matt, how do you feel about this? I said this to Dave. You know, I made a bold prediction going, and I said this is way off the wall here, out of the box here. I said Dak will throw. Not his yardage, but I think he'll have 3,000-yard receivers. That's my bold prediction. But here's what I wanted to ask you. Okay. With this offense here, do you think that this offense will put up points or become a 50-50 balanced team with the running game that we have? What do you think?
I think it's passing.
I do too. I do too. I just do.
We're literally set up as a.
Yes.
Now look, it might change if we actually get a huskier running back.
Mm-hmm.
Say if Dalvin Cook ends up signing with us.
Oh, wouldn't that be sweet?
Now you're talking that's a 50-50.
Yeah.
But with the team that we have right now on our offensive side, we're passing. We're a passing team.
See, I think so too. I
think it's 100%. We talked about window dressing all last year. I think it's window dressing 100%. Oh, we're going to maintain a 50-50 balance here. We're going to go to old school cowboy, smash mouth football, run up the gaps, run up the zones. But you know what? At the end of the day, we're fans. We see every damn game, everything these teams do, especially the Cowboys 100%. It's going to become throw the ball, throw the ball, throw the ball, throw the ball. Put the ball in Dak's hands. Utilize what's out there. That's what I do not want to see.
I think we're going to go more play action this year than we did last year.
I was just going to say that. I was just thinking the same thing.
Yeah.
That's a good point because I think they're going to try to take a lot of wear and tear off Pollard. I think they're going to use as a decoy once in a while. Get him up the gut, play action, get Dak out of the pocket because you have 3 wide receivers, great tight ends as well. So I think it's going to be a lot of that play action.
Yeah,
Dak's dangerous on the run, though. You know, I mean, seriously.
Wait, he used to be. Now, ever since his ankle injury, he hasn't been because he's scared.
Okay.
That's the thing. I think he is scared.
If he gets out of his head and forgets about that injury, he can run.
Right.
But as of right now, you need to prove that to me because I know you can't.
Mm-hmm. Right. Matches Malone says, I think the Cowboys are a passing team in my eyes. I agree with that, no matter what it's said.
I can't disagree with that.
But speaking of injuries, now we talked about, Matt, you brought up the subject there being, Dak being scared of that ankle, coming out there and running the ball. There's 2 names I want to talk about real quick. Number 1, let's talk about Michael Gallup. Had basically a whole offseason last year. Wasn't even a factor in the games. We've seen what he did. Basically nothing. Contract, being paid, come out, not even 500 yards for the entire season. What do you think, number 1? What do you think he does this year?
I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt that he was scared last year.
Okay.
I think he comes out balling.
I do too. I think
we're going to be so well balanced on our offensive wide receivers, throw it to anybody.
Mm-hmm.
Pick your poison, which side you want, what receiver you want. Because when our receivers aren't open, we got our tight ends that are solid tight ends.
Yep, and with Shoemaker too coming in, for second round pick, I think it's great. I really do.
So like Gallup really has to step up this year because there's other wide receivers right on his ass.
Yeah.
I mean, he can't sit back and be dropping balls or taking plays off or worrying about this damn injury that he had. He needs to come out desperate for touchdowns. Anytime he touches the ball, he better be thinking touchdown.
Right.
Is it going to happen? Probably not.
I mean,
but when we get in that red zone and you throw it up to him, you better catch the damn ball.
He can jump like a gazelle, though. My God, Gallup's got.
And I love what you said. I love what you said. Pick your poison. If you think about it, we went out and got Brandon Cooks, one of the fastest wide receivers in the game. A route breaker, a route tree runner, whatever you want to call it. Gallup is speed on the outside too, and we know Lamb is inside slot wide receiver, mismatch for anybody out there. Pick your poison. If Gallup comes back fully healthy, that can take the roof off, and we know what Cooks can do on the opposite side. You're going to leave that safety going over the top on one of the sides out there, and you're going to leave Lamb wide open, and then you're going to pick your poison. If Dak can read that position, the safety's dropping a shell coming down the left side on Gallup. Where's Cooks at? Cooks has to be streaking somewhere.
Yeah.
It's all going to come down to what Dak sees on the field.
Dak has options, man. That's the whole thing.
Yes, he has options, but does his eyes read that progression tree and what the defense is? What kind of defense they're running?
And here, now that you brought it up, like his vision, right? I'm also, I'm all about giving the benefit of the doubt today.
I can see that.
Getting mood, huh? Getting mood.
Yeah.
Dan, I just want to say something real quick. Boy, I tell you, becoming a father, you're really giving that. You changed, brother. You got a soft spot. I don't know if I can call you the TOP anymore, brother.
No, but you have to think about it, right? Interceptions. Yeah, there were a couple bad throws, right? Mm-hmm. But our wide receivers.
Yeah, you're right.
Damn balls.
A lot of tip balls out that year. Think about it.
Yeah, so these wide receivers, if they catch these damn balls, he's not throwing that many interceptions.
Hey, no more to Brown either.
We know Dak's gonna get blamed because obviously he threw the football. It doesn't fall on the wide receiver, it never does. Yes. It always falls back on the quarterback. True. Everybody hates Cowboys. Everybody hates Dak because he's on the Cowboys, and they're gonna make sure they blame him for everything.
This is true.
But with our wide receiver core these days or this year, right? Dak doesn't have to rely on just Lamb.
True.
He can rely on all of our wide receivers now. If Lamb's not open, he can check down to Cooks. If Cooks isn't open, you can check down to Gallup. If Gallup's not open, Henry Schaub's going to be there. Ferguson's going to be there. And on top of that, if you can't get any of them, TP is in the the flat or you know what I mean. There's so many options for Dak to hit that he's not.
That's what I'm saying.
You know what I mean? I just seen a quote that he said, "I'm not throwing 10 interceptions this year."
Right. No. We talked about that. Yeah.
I said to throw 11.
I was thinking he was going to throw 10 the first game.
Oh, damn.
You are so bad. That's the Matt we know and love.
Hey, Matt just gave you a new nickname, Matt. He called you TOP, the Tower of Patience. Now.
Tower of Patience. I like that.
Exactly, right? Matt has also said Cooks and Lamb are going to attract a lot of attention. Gallup should have a terrific season. I hope so. I think the mindset is gone coming off that injury. But now my next question to you, we talked about Gallup here. Let's talk about the franchise player here. Let's talk about TP, Tony Pollard. Yes. God, I think we all shed a tear when he got injured last year because if he would have stayed healthy, I'm going to say it. I think we would have went to the Super Bowl.
I think if he stayed healthy, we win that game against San Francisco. I really do.
What do you think is going to come with TP here? I mean, he's not going to practice the offseason. You know that the preseason, he's not playing. His first game is projected, week 1 versus the Giants. But
I mean, not that it matters, but take me back to that game.
Why, Dave?
No. Just hear me out. Did he get injured after the Schultz touchdown, or was it before?
Right before halftime.
Just right before halftime, that's all I know.
Okay, I wasn't sure. I
think I was missing a tree in the backyard at that point.
That's when when TP
because
went down.
the Schultz
TP was running all over San Fran.
The Schultz touchdown, we took the lead. I'm thinking, was he injured after the lead, or was it before? I can't remember.
I think it was before, actually. Then no, I think it was after. I don't even remember, Dave. I don't even want to go back to that day.
Yeah, was it after?
It was after.
I think it was.
Okay.
Because we had the momentum going in.
Right, because we were winning, and then everything went to shit.
Us up, and then it went to shit.
Yeah, my heart dropped.
So maybe it was after.
All I remember is my heart dropped after that. Yeah, you had Matt in a damn good mood. Now he's pissed off now.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Jeez.
Well, now let's talk about TP.
Let's talk about it.
Yeah, let's talk about it.
Are you guys, what are your thoughts on him not getting extended or getting a deal worked out?
Dave, go ahead.
I kind of saw it coming because once he signed the franchise tag, I was like, I don't think they're going to extend him. But I think this could be the prove it to me year, and I think if he does that, then maybe he'll extend him after the season's over.
I kind of agree with Dave there in a certain point. I think they've learned their lesson with Zeke. They learned their lesson with Dak. They learned their lesson with Gallup. Going back to the Tyron Smith days, as soon as he got his contract, that's when he started becoming injury prone. I think they've started to learn the lesson a little bit. He deserves it, man. Look what he did last year. He was our, you call it, he hauls it guy. We know what he did, But I think they've learned their lesson in a certain kind of way. But my worst fear is, God, what if he balls out this year? What if he balls out this year? This is great for us, but if he balls out, think about this. You have Pollard to sign. You have Diggs to sign. You have Lamb to sign. 3 players in the top 5 in their categories in the NFL. One time you have to sign them. Somebody's not getting signed.
Right.
That's what scares me.
And that's going to be a nice little conversation we have at the end of the year.
Yeah, who stays, who goes.
Who stays, who goes. Yeah.
Right. Who's more valuable to the team, and who unfortunately do we have to let go?
Yeah.
Or use as trade and bait or.
And the funny thing is, like, before you jumped in, Matt, on the show, we were talking about franchise tags. It's so undervalued, the running back. $10 million for a franchise tag. You got quarterbacks at $38 million franchise tag per year.
Well, the running backs, though, are, getting their asses ran out of. You know what I mean? They've been running their asses off for how many years, and then they're trying to get another contract, and teams are just being smarter about it. Like, you're getting franchise tag because you're giving us more time to think about if we really want you or not.
And that's the thing.
You're worn down, or how much you're worn down.
I've seen so many tweets from running backs today. I think it was Josh Jacobs said of Kenneth. He's still one. He could tell me. I think it was Josh Jacobs where he said, "We run through brick walls every play of the game. We put our body on the line every play of the game." But the thing is, why you sign a running back a rookie deal, 4-year deal, basically pay him nothing. Okay, nothing at all, pennies compared to other positions. 4 years from there, when time comes to renegotiate the deal, reconstruct the deal, re-sign him, nah, we're going to pass on you. No, we're not going to give you 10, 15 million. We're going to go out and get the next best running back, the rookie coming in again, a younger, stronger, cheaper version of you. That's what a lot of running backs are saying because, listen, man, a running back offensive line to me is number 1. A quarterback is probably number 2. But that quarterback and that back go hand in hand to me, man.
Yeah.
They have to.
Mm-hmm.
But I think Pollard's going to be okay this year. I hope he doesn't concern me being off the injury because he's a different breed. He's already showed.
Yeah, he is.
I think he's going to be okay. To be honest with you,
he has that motivation to come back 10 times stronger.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, sitting the bench for his first couple of years behind Zeke, it was Zeke's team. Well, you know what? You were handed the keys to the Ferrari. You pulled it out of the garage. You filled that son of a bitch up, and you ran with it. And I don't think he's going to stop. I really don't.
I don't either. I really don't.
Oh, here we go. Matt just says, I think it was Derrick Henry said. Okay, it's Derrick Henry. Okay. I thought it was
Derrick Henry said it. Okay.
Right. But, I mean, that's a perfect example right there. You look at Derrick Henry. He has speed. He's a gazelle on the field. But what is Derrick Henry known for? Running through tackles.
Power.
The power. Just like TOP. We're going to tell him, pancake that son of a bitch in front of you. Pancake him. Hit him.
Runs him over on the 2-yard line. He's that guy.
Damn right. That's on the offensive line. I'm saying TOP on 2. TOP on 2. That's what I'm saying. Hell yeah. I ain't going to lie. Yeah.
So, Mr. Matt, where does Zeke land? What's going on with that?
Does he get landed? No.
See, I think he does.
I think he does.
All right, hold on. Let me this.
Okay.
He's not going to sign with anybody
Mm.
before camps.
Okay, thank you. I was going to say the same thing.
When you
Okay.
get to camps and you start getting injuries, someone's going to sign him.
Okay.
There's going to be somebody that's going to sign him for a price that he doesn't want to play for, but he's going to have no choice because no other team wants him.
True.
Because his previous 3 years are fucking terrible.
Well, I keep thinking Tampa. I don't know why.
I think he gets signed, but I agree with Matt 100%. I think with what we're seeing with Saquon Barkley not signing, Dalvin Cook out there still.
I know there's so many running.
Shit, bring Barkley to us.
Josh Jacobs not happy.
I'll take Barkley.
I think what they're going to do is I think they're just like Matt said. I think they're going to wait till somebody gets injured, and they're not going to get the big money. And teams now saying, "Wow, we're not even going to pay $10 million for a franchise tag. You come in here and play for $5 million this year. You want a job? Do you want to eat filet mignon, or do you want to go to the dollar store with Kellen Moore and eat some Wonder Bread shit? You know what I mean? You pick your scenario. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I just think. I mean, doesn't Tampa need a running back though? Aren't they hurting right there?
Tampa needs everything right now, Dave. They got Baker Mayfield at the
control. I get. They just lost. What's his name?
Fournette.
Fournette. Yeah. So I'm thinking he could be a perfect fit out there.
Yeah, but with the money they're having, they have major issues.
I think that's a downgrade. I think Zeke ruined his chances of actually getting paid top dollar money.
Mm-hmm. Matthew Malone says he's a big fan of Ken Fry. He says Ken Fry said on the Vegas sports scene that he thinks running back rookie contracts should only be 3 years. You know what? I hate to say this. I mean, I'm a fan of the game. I love the game. I don't care what people make, but I honestly think that you should get paid per year. I hate these guaranteed contracts.
Per year. Yeah.
I really do. I really do. I'm an audition type guy because, I know baseball's a guaranteed contract money. It's all guaranteed. The NFL's not. But, God, you look at all these players making this much money, and it doesn't matter. It's your first year you get paid. The Zeke situation, balled out. Then just like Matt said, what the chart go? Down, 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 down. The stats. Yeah. But you still got paid the same amount of money. That's what I don't like. I really don't like that. But hey, it is what it is. I can't change it,
No.
Not until I get voted to be, NFL commissioner, Roger Goodell, which makes $34 million freaking dollars a year doing what he does. Jesus.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Can I just get an email?
I'll take a mill. Sure.
Right. Yeah. I'll be the commissioner if I can just choose one week I go to a game for free. That's all I want. I don't care about the money. Shit. Hell yeah.
Yeah, we could be cheap.
I mean, hell yeah, we'll be cheap. Yeah, we'll be real about it too, Hell shit. Yep.
Oh, shit. Yeah, but for Zeke, I don't sign it with any team before camp starts.
I don't think either. I think him and Dalvin Cook are going to be jobless until somebody gets hurt.
If somebody doesn't get hurt, he's not going to have a job this year.
This is true.
Agree.
He better go work out with Des Bryant and still try to get in position.
The funny thing about I'd take Des Bryant before I took Zeke first.
Des still looks good, man.
Oh yeah. Des hasn't lost much.
No, he doesn't. Hell, I think I might take T.O. before.
Des is a Cowboy for life if he had his choice. There's no doubt about it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
This is up.
Yeah, exactly.
No doubt. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but man, listen. Glad you're back, man. How's bowling going, brother?
Yeah, how's it going?
It's going. So I'm in two bowling leagues now.
Okay.
So it can't be that bad. You're in 2 of them now.
I know. What's up with that?
Well, it's not. It's the lanes. Like Limerick, I'm average like a 174.
Mm-hmm.
But then I bowl down at the Vicena. I think it's called like Our Town now. I think it is.
Mm-hmm.
Down there, I average a 205. So
wow,
not too bad.
Not bad at all.
My arm's killing me though because I'm in 2 bowling leagues and I'm in a horseshoe league.
Oh wow.
So I'm very busy. I'm a very busy man.
What nights are you bowling?
Wednesdays and Thursdays.
Gotcha.
Well, you think you're busy now? Just wait till December, brother.
Woo! Bring it on.
Hello.
I'm ready.
We can see Matt doing the shows on Wednesdays. He's going to have puke all over his, shoulder here. Matt, what's that? Oh, nothing. Don't worry about it.
You can ask any of my family or friends that know me personally. If there's throw up, I'm throwing up right behind them.
That's the
my
way.
stomach is weak.
that is the way I am. Like that is the way I am with Kate. Like if like the dog ever throws up or something, I yell because I walk over there like trying to be the man, pick it up. Next thing I know, I'm like,
yeah.
and it comes out of me.
Put the towel on your shoulder when you're holding, and then
there's bets out there that like when Brittany does give birth, and I'm gonna pass out in the delivery room.
Man, I tell you, I nobody's ever seen these videos except for my ex-wife. I have both my kids being born on video.
That's crazy.
I was down there. I was down there like, oh wow, that is so cool. That is so cool.
I mean, I know we're talking crazy here, but it took Amanda 12 hours before Faith came out. 12 freaking hours.
Wow. That's the way Shane was. He took.
She went in at 4:30 in the morning. She didn't deliver until 6:05 that night. I was like, oh my god.
Now is Brittany getting the epidural, Matt, or no?
Probably.
Okay.
Yeah, Amanda did.
Listen, she might have to get a C-section though because this baby's going to be huge.
Well, the TOP baby, here we go.
This baby is going to be huge.
Do we know what it is? Or are we going to? We're going to be surprised.
No, yeah, it's going to be a surprise. We'll find out when she gives birth.
I like that.
Yeah, that's no problem.
We're trying to hold on now.
That's no problem. Right. I can order the jersey, and I can always say, you know what, switch that son of a bitch over. That's no problem. You know,
the nursery room. It's nursery room, so it is either or. I get it. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
It's tough. I'm starting to get tough because
Mm-hmm.
Brittany texted me today about every time she sees baby stuff and makes her want to know the gender more and more.
Sure.
Don't threaten me with a good time.
Right. Matt just says I watched all three of mine being born. Matt just says I watched all three of mine. I was the same way. I have two. Yeah. I watched all of them. The second one, Dave, I think I told you this. My ex-wife was in the hospital and she had the epidural. She was so messed up, like no pain, nothing. And the doctor in around I think he was born at 2:33 in the morning. She comes in at 2:25 just to check cervix or whatever. And I'm laying there on the couch and I'm blind as bat. I'm blind as a bat. I can't see without my glasses. She comes in, she's like, Paul, don't worry about it. I'm just checking the baby. I'm like, okay. The cervix. I'm like, okay, cool. She's like, lay back down. She yells, she's like, get up, Paul, let's go. And I'm like, what? Grab my glasses. I grab my video camera. It's like, what is that? She's like, that's your son's head. I'm like, what the fuck? He was freaking out because she didn't feel any pain, I'm like, holy crap.
Oh my gosh.
Yes. But I've heard so many people pass out. Like it's something like a watermelon coming out of a straw, bro. You know what I mean?
I can just imagine being in a bed next to her, is the baby here?
That's the way it was, not to be stupid, but when his name, my second one was Trey Austin, she picked Trey up, I cut the cord, and she's laying there, she's like, is he out? I'm like, the lady's bringing her up to her, she's like, this is your son. She's like, her first words, I swear to God, Trey, I didn't even feel you come out. And then she cracked the joke. I knew she was real because she cracked the joke, and she's like, it almost felt you're like your father going in.
Oh my God.
So I knew she was okay. She wasn't crazy. You know what I mean? And I was like, did you really just say that? And the nurse was like, did he? I was like, yeah, she's okay. She's normal. Yes. It was so great. But
3:30 in the morning, man, goes, my water broke. I'm like, great. Let's go.
Oh, man.
Yeah, my sister just gave birth a couple days ago, the 14th.
There you go. Eileen says, I enjoyed you guys talking about labor. Shit, that's going to be our next show. Labor. 3 guys talking labor. That's what we should do.
3 guys in labor.
Well, listen, we feel like we're going into labor every time we watch the Cowboys.
Yes, why not? Shit, you two especially.
I'm about to run out of trees. In 2 more years, I should be out of my damn tree as the backyard. You know what I mean?
Oh my gosh. This is crazy.
Should be no trees left.
Man. I mean, there's over 1,000 of them. We only been doing this for 2 years, Matt. You know what I mean?
Yeah. How many chainsaws have you went through?
Be honest with you.
He's on his 10th.
I'm on my 3rd one. I have a Stihl now. I have a Stihl. STIHL is a good one.
Oh my God.
Yeah. They're good.
I had to upgrade that thing, man.
You guys are funny.
I bought a piece of shit, and then I bought one of them. The first one I bought was from Harbor Freight. That shit broke. A tree fucking this thick. I put my Harbor Freight one in there. Damn thing got stuck. I'm like, all right, left it in there. I went to Home Depot and bought one of their brands and got through it. Cut down 20 trees. Next thing I know, it was dead.
God.
Yeah. It was dead.
Oh, brother.
Pull that chain.
Yeah. We're going to be cutting down trees, and Dave's going to be like, don't worry, guys. We're going to come back from this 30-point deficit.
We'll be all right.
That's Dave during our group chat. We'll be talking in the group chat. Then Dave will say, I'm like, guys, we all talk constantly in there. You don't hear me say anything. And then Matt's like, I think Paul went out to cut a tree down. And then Dave's like, no, tell them to come back. We're only 35 points down. It's only the fourth quarter. We're coming back to win this game.
We got time, guys. Come on, we're still time left.
We got time.
We still got time. Okay. All right, Dave.
Brother.
Yeah, you guys cut the trees down. Matt's doing his thing. I can sit there. Guys, throwing down touchdown. We got a chance.
Oh, God.
Dave, we need to be up 21 points with like 4 minutes to go for me to be 100%.
Yeah, this is true.
4 minutes.
I know.
Yeah, right.
Four
We've seen shit
Oh,
happen.
man. I'm losing it over here. I'm losing it. Oh, God.
Well, guys,
our defense is going to be fine this year.
I just told. I was telling Paul earlier in the show. I said at least top 5 in the league. It's got to be.
Oh, guaranteed.
Yeah, that's easy. I mean, Dan Quinn's system here. I mean, with Overshawn coming in, Mozzie Smith coming in, I think the defense is set. I think we have one of the top 2 defenses in the league. Hands down, I really do.
I was saying earlier in the show, I want to see more picks this year. I really want to see a lot of interceptions.
I think it'll happen.
You know what? I'm actually more worried about Trevon Diggs.
I
the big plays he gives up.
Yeah, but Matt, let me ask you this real quick before we final thoughts to get out of here. Now, before you got in, Dave and I were talking about that. I feel the same way you do, but bringing in Stephon Gilmore on the other side, okay, I think that safety. Gilmore, okay, yes, he's older, but he doesn't bite. He stays on you. He stays pretty, glued to you. He's a good corner. Diggs, we know what he does. He bites on that double move. He bites on that. I think that safety, Wilson, Curse, Hooker, comes down to shadow Diggs and leaves Gilmore open one-on-one a lot more. What do you think about that?
Yeah. I mean,
I think you have
a point
to.
there. You
have to. Yeah.
It all depends. I mean, Dan Quinn's going to put them in the best situation.
True.
That's where if we had any other defensive coordinator running our defense,
I'd be
I'd
scared.
be a little worried. Yeah, I'd be a little worried.
Not with Dan Quinn.
But I'm not worried. I think that's the only thing that really question about our defense.
Mm-hmm.
Because Diggs is a good corner, but he tends to give up the big plays also.
Yeah.
And Matt, when you coach football, you have tendencies of what you see on the football field. Well, Dave bit 3 times in a row here. Hey, I'm going to my bread and butter again. Don't stop until you can, stop.
Well, with Gilmore on the field though, like he said, I mean, it could be a difference.
That's the thing, because now Burnt Toast Brown is over there.
He's in 3 now. He's 3 now.
Burnt Toast Brown.
Right. It's just you don't have to worry about them, attacking that side. And how many touchdowns have been scored on that side?
Yeah,
very true. Very true.
Or how many big? I know Diggs gives up a couple big plays, but Burnt Toast gave up 10 times more than he did.
And Anthony Brown's big, was getting burnt as well as Diggs, but Brown gave up so many holding penalties. They gave up so many yards on them. Yeah. He could have been beat on every one, but he made a smart decision and only gave up the penalty not to get the touchdown scored on him.
Right.
The defensive pass interference penalty, that was him big time.
I mean, before he got hurt,
he started playing better though, Matt. We have to give him that.
He was a little better than what he has been. Nothing will be worse than
Kelvin Joseph, the castaway.
Dude, you shouldn't be playing. Go play tennis or something.
No, he should have been. I hate to say this, but he should have just not fought the murder charges and just went to just served his time because I think we'd have been better there. He sucks.
I was actually kind of excited to watch him play because I thought he was going to be a little better than that, but he was terrible.
I thought he was going to be a lot better. A 2nd-round draft choice when we picked him up 2 years ago.
I thought so too. Yeah,
he was good. He was good in college, but then what the hell happened to you?
Well, that was me being a little exaggerating, a little better, a lot better, but
I agree.
Terrible. What are you even doing in the NFL? Why did we sign you?
Tell me about it. Boss Man Fat. Boss Man Fat is his rap name out there. Boss Man Fat.
Maybe Dan Quinn saw something in him that we didn't see.
Well, Dan Quinn, I guess he was just getting his feet wet back in the NFL on that one because that was a huge miss right there, big time.
Oh God! But that's the risk you take drafting high picks like that.
Oh sure. Look at the quarterbacks. Look at the quarterbacks drafted number 1, 2, and 3. They don't pan out. You lost, you tanked 3 or 4 years back. You don't get the quarterback of your dreams. They don't pan out. You're screwed. Every position's like that. We know that. We know that.
Mm-hmm.
But Matt, listen, man, when are you going to bless us with that, Tower of Patience again, brother?
Tower of Patience. I love it.
Cowboy Dave ruined that.
Did he? Dave.
What did I ruin? What?
We were going to have the gentle bear join us. Now you pissed him
Oh,
off
I'm
again.
sorry. Oh,
now
what
the TOP
okay.
is back. He's making that growl.
Sorry.
God, Dave.
Forget I said that. Forget I even mentioned that. I was just trying to figure something out. Nah.
Patience we have to work on.
Yes.
So when it gets to the third quarter, I'm about to rip Cowboy Dave's head off. It'd be one quarter later than last year.
There we go. Dave, if you make it to the third quarter, you're going to be safe this year, brother. Okay.
If I'm lucky, yeah.
God, could you imagine if we all lived in the same block?
No.
Dave, I think you would be.
I'd be running.
I'd be Cowboy Dave.
The doors would be locked.
I wouldn't knock on any of your doors. I just go like Brittany and Amanda would be like, I hear chainsaw. Oh, that's Paul in the backyard. Don't worry about it.
Right, exactly.
Oh, you wanted this tree down? I got you. Perfect time.
Your wife will come out.
The tree's already down in the backyard. I'm good. Don't worry about that.
I don't care. I'll chop that son of a bitch up and make firewood. Whoever needs it will sell it.
That's the neighbors.
Oh, well, shit. I'm sorry.
Free service.
Hey, free service every Sunday. Paul's tree cutting service. No charge. Only when the Cowboys play.
Hey.
Yep. But Matt, man, I'll send you the invite every week, man. You hop on with us, bless us with the presence, man.
Yeah, man.
And once again, man, congratulations to the newest member coming in December.
Thank
baby
you.
Clark, congratulations to you and Brittany, man. It's been a long time. We've been praying for you, man. And you don't know how hard it was for me to keep my mouth shut, brother.
It wasn't easy for me either. I had to,
No, you guys are on like 30 shows now, so.
I know. It's crazy.
I hear you.
Yeah.
But guys, we're going to keep this real like we always do. Let's give our final thoughts. And Dave, you already know you're first. That's our protocol that we do. So
I know.
Dave, what's your final thoughts here going into 4 weeks before preseason?
Okay. So we're a week before training camp starts. Let's just pray that nobody gets seriously injured. Let's pray that everybody has a good camp. Just have some, let's see some good solid football in the next what's training camp? 3 weeks, 4?
4 weeks, 4 weeks, basically.
4 weeks.
Yeah. 3 weeks. Yeah, really.
3 weeks. Is it 3? Yeah. And first, second of all, congrats on the new addition. We'll find out in December. I'm excited for you. I really am. And let's play some football.
All right. TOP, Teddy Bear.
Tower of Patience.
Teddy Bear.
Oh, that's where we're going to start our show from now. We're going to start out with a Zen moment every time. We're going to can we all just have a moment of silence here because TOP, not the Tower of Power, the Tower of Patience. What do they do?
Before I blow up.
Oh God!
Then a minute into the show, like screw these Cowboys, they suck.
I'm getting off. Screw this.
We got a kicker yet?
Shut up, Cowboy Dave.
I know, right? Oh man.
Final thoughts. Is it September yet?
Not yet.
Oh man, I wish. God. I know.
Well, it is what it is. We just gotta get our minds right.
Mm.
We need to focus on getting past the first round.
Well, we did last year.
Hopefully, barely.
Well, according to Dave's progress ladder, we should be at the Super Bowl in 3 years from now. Remember?
But go ahead, finish. Let him finish.
Are we still at 3? Is there 2 now? Did we say that last year?
I think it's 2.
Oh, we're 2 years away. Okay, yeah, we won our first round. So, semifinals, NFC Championship, Super Bowl. No, we're 3 years because we make it to the Super Bowl. We lose, we're okay. We got to win it the next year, so we're 3 out. 3 years out.
3 out.
God,
I'm still at 2, but it's fine.
Dead, brother.
I'm finished.
I'm going to check the neighbor's yard tomorrow and see how many trees I can fucking cut down tomorrow for the next 3-year progress streak.
God. No, but I'm excited for the year. We always are in the beginning of the season until they start playing.
True.
But I mean, I hope everybody's safe during training camp. Nobody gets hurt. Figure out who's starting where on that offensive line.
Yes.
God only knows. But I'm excited. I'm ready to go. Let's just get this started.
I agree. I'll piggyback off what you guys think. I think, training camp starts next week. Number one, let's stay healthy. Let's go out and sign Zach Martin. He's a franchise player. He's our universe player. He's our glue to the offensive line. Sign him. Pollard, take your time, rehab, get healthy. Let's focus on what we are, a team that needs an identity, number one. And we always say, what is our identity? I want to see what our identity is. Exactly. Let's get to the point where we play as a uniform team. One team, 11 helmets, offense and defense, one side, both sides of the ball. Play it, stay healthy, and I'm ready for some football. That's all I'm going to say.
Let's go.
Let's go. So, guys, listen, we are getting out of here. We've been on for an hour and 25 minutes. We all thank everybody out there for tuning in. Even if you don't tune in, thank you to the live viewers that we have out there. Remember to share, follow, subscribe on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, and Twitter. But before we get out of here, I just want to show our new schedule real quick coming up. And out of the box here, we have something for everybody. Mondays, Joystick Junkies, Sully Squad, Big Blue Power Hour. New show next week, Commanders Gridiron. Washington, you got your show. It's here. Tuesday, 6:30 p.m. Of course, extra innings Tuesday. Wednesday, the Batcave. College Football Frenzy will be back in 2 weeks. Then 215 Boys, you already know we're here. Tomorrow night, we got Fuji's Philly Flair. The Atomic Drop Podcast. Friday nights, WWE action. Saturday, coming soon. Irish pregame, Irish postgame. And, of course, you got the biggest sports scene, 10 p.m. Guys, Sunday, you better get ready because it's Eagles, Giants, Cowboys, and maybe even the Commanders pregame, postgame show coming soon. NFC shit talk table. And we mean that. It's going to be some shit talking coming soon. Lights, camera, action, debate room, and an all Eagles all-out show. So make sure you like, share, subscribe on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, and Twitter. We're there. We're here every Wednesday night. 215 Boys. My name is Paul Spencer. Dave Yarnell.
Dave.
And, of course, the TOP making us back with his presence. He's back. We're glad to have you. And soon in December, we will be having a little baby, so we all got to keep it down when we talk. We can't yell anymore. So,
Yeah.
But for myself, guys, let's get out of here. You guys get ready to get out of here?
Yep, let's do it.
All right, guys. For myself, Cowboy Nation, we'll see you next Wednesday. Let's go, Cowboys.
Go, boy.
Later.